Hello, I am Lawrence Skuvanek, President of Texas Tech University. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to this, the December 2020 virtual commencement of Texas Tech University. Would you please join me for our national anthem performed by faculty members from the Texas Tech University School of Music.
Oh, say, can you see? What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bursting in air gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Today is a very special day. This day represents a culmination of an incredible amount of work, determination, and sacrifice by you, the graduates, but also your family and those who've supported you. Although our traditional commencement ceremony was not possible for all graduates, I hope that as everyone watches this virtual commencement ceremony, you feel a great sense of celebration and pride in the accomplishments of the class of December 2020. This unprecedented period in history provides us with a valuable lesson on just how quickly our life circumstances can change. Graduates, you'll have a unique story to tell about the challenges you faced in completing your college degree. The way you have responded to these challenges is more important, more defining, more lasting than the circumstances you have confronted. The traits of grit and determination of Red Raiders have been so evident as we've responded to this pandemic. It's in our DNA as Red Raiders to roll up our sleeves and go to work and face our challenges head on, and that's what you have done. Your time at Texas Tech has prepared you for this moment and for your future. For some of you, graduation represents another step in your academic journey, and for others, the beginning of a completely new chapter of your life. The pathway to this moment has presented obstacles: academic, personal, financial, and the special circumstances of the pandemic. But you overcame those obstacles, and today we celebrate your spirit and perseverance. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ted Mitchell, Chancellor of the Texas Tech University System.
From the Texas Tech University System, welcome to graduation. I realize this is very different than what we're all used to with traditional graduation ceremonies, but in fact, today you're making history. And if you think about it for just a minute, all of the degrees that you're getting now are representations of your ability to solve problems. And in this particular environment, this is a perfect example of what that means. Finding yourself with a challenge, looking for an opportunity related to that challenge, and then making the best of it. So those of you that are graduating today, think about this for just a moment. This is not the first challenge that we've faced as a nation. Look at your parents. Most of your parents would have lived through things like the Cuban Missile Crisis, the assassination of a president, the assassination of Martin Luther King. In the 70s, they would have lived through things like the Watergate crisis, the Arab oil embargo, the Iranian hostage situation. In the 80s, they would have been around during the collapse of the Soviet Union and the falling of the Berlin Wall. And most of you then were born by the time that we had to face things like the Y2K bug, the 2000 dot-com bubble burst with the economy really tanking at that time. And then, of course, there was September 11th. Your parents and you have lived through either one or even two wars in Iraq. The point with all of this is that as a nation and as a people, we've had to deal with crisis time and again and again. But I want you to remember something. Think back on your own childhood. Think back on what your parents did for you. During any of these times of crisis, what your families would do, what your parents would do, is they would still get up every morning, they'd fix you breakfast with a smile, they would get you ready for school, they would go to work, they would save money to prepare for your future. So here you are today. You're now receiving degrees that will allow you to do things that very few people in society can do. The educations that you've received and the degrees that you're being awarded today are representative of your ability to face challenges, overcome them, and not just survive, but thrive. So, as part of this historical, virtual graduation ceremony, I would ask that you reflect for just a few minutes about the challenges that in your lifetime we have faced as a nation, about the challenges that your parents faced. And as you look forward, think about the things you can do to make this world a better place for those that will come after you, including someday your own children. Just remember always to strive for honor. And now it's my great privilege to introduce Chairman Christopher Huckabee, a graduate of Texas Tech University, and he will bring you a welcome on behalf of our Board of Regents.
Thank you, Chancellor Mitchell. On behalf of the Texas Tech University System Board of Regents, welcome to virtual graduation, and congratulations to the parents, family members, and friends who join us today. This is a time of celebration, not only for each graduate, but also for our faculty who've invested themselves in each of our graduates this year. As a Texas Tech alum and fellow Red Raider, I pay tribute to those of you who will receive your diplomas today. The fact that you have reached this milestone is a sign of your commitment and dedication. You earned this degree through hard work and determination. We congratulate you. I know this is a bittersweet moment. You pushed through the obstacles and you made it to this point. Well done. I'm sure many of you are already thinking fondly of the memories you created as a student at Texas Tech. As for some of those memories, I have advice. Sometimes what happened in Lubbock just needs to stay in Lubbock. I know that many of you are excited for this day so you can depart to that new job, the new city, or that next big adventure. But the longer you're away from Texas Tech, the more you will realize it's those little things that make being a Red Raider so special. You will come to realize the special traditions that hold all Red Raiders together and make us in many respects a family. Someday you'll be in a faraway city and you'll notice a double T on the car in front of you, or you'll see someone proudly wearing a Texas Tech shirt. You'll feel an instant urge to get your guns up high. Again, a bit of advice. That guns up thing in the airport security line does not always work, as our friends at TSA just don't seem to understand. So be careful with that one. Even when you aren't wearing red and black on the outside, I hope that you will always have it in your heart. Regardless of what you do, I am confident that you will become part of another tradition at Texas Tech. Graduates who've become leaders in their families and their communities. Maybe you'll go on to become rich and famous. Maybe you'll lead corporations, states, or even our nation. Regardless of where your career path leads, try to live by the words of the Matador song. Strive for honor evermore. If you do that, you will always find success. To all graduates today, congratulations. Please keep in touch. You are always welcome here. And as always, God bless Texas Tech.
Thank you, Chairman Huckabee. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Mark Bass. Mark Bass is a financial planner with Pennington Bass Associates in Lubbock, which is entrusted with more than $420 million of client assets. Mark received his Bachelor's of Business Administration degree in accounting from Texas Tech. He also holds a bachelor's degree in economics from Baylor University. He has been recognized nationally for his work as a financial planner, including being named by Money Magazine as one of the top 200 financial planners in the United States in 1987 and one of the top 400 financial advisors in the country by Financial Times in 2015. Mark has lectured numerous times throughout his career at universities and colleges and professional and civic groups, and has been sought out for his expert opinion by USA, Kiplinger's Personal Finance, Money Magazine, and the Wall Street Journal. In 2002, he was appointed by Congress as one of the 200 delegates to the Bipartisan National Summit on Retirement Savings. An active contributor to the Lubbock community, Mark is a board member and treasurer of the Lubbock Entertainment and Performing Arts Association, which is developing the Buddy Holly Hall of Performing Arts and Sciences. He's also a board member of the Lubbock Downtown Development Corporation. He previously served on the boards of the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra and the South Plains Food Bank, and he is a member of Second Baptist Church, where he has served in numerous leadership roles. Ladies and gentlemen, your commencement speaker, Mr. Mark Bass.
Thank you, President Skuvenek, and thanks for all you do. I join you and Chancellor Mitchell and the Board of Regents in celebrating those of you watching this who are the December 2020 graduates of Texas Tech University. Congratulations! I bet when you started your academic journey, you didn't think your commencement would look like this. It certainly is emblematic of this year. All of us have had to learn and adapt during this pandemic, or as my business partner Jennifer refers to it, this pandemic. While we miss gathering together for this ceremony, listening to the strains of pomp and circumstance and singing the Matador song, there is a bright side. For example, you can pause this whenever you want to get a snack or a beverage, or maybe take the sheets out of the washer, throw them in the dryer. You can rewind this if you hear something inspiring or hear something irrelevant, as in, wow, did he really say that? Or you can just fast forward to the end and pick up your virtual diploma. Like pausing this video, I do hope you pause to reflect on your time at Texas Tech. I hope you savor your well-deserved accolades for your achievement. That reflection may include moments of joy and personal accomplishments, as well as participation in Tech's time-honored traditions such as the Carol of Lights or the masked rider running the field. I love those. That reflection also includes moments of challenge, disappointment, sadness, academically, relationally, culturally. It's healthy to reflect on those moments as well. What did you learn? If you're like me, there probably are some mistakes that you don't want to repeat. Like the time I had to make a 95 on a final to make a C in New Testament at Baylor. Bringing home a D to my Baptist parents would not be the homecoming any of us wanted. I made a 97, but only by knowing every step of St. Paul's missionary journeys, what he had for breakfast, and where he slept. Gratefully, I didn't have any similar experiences in my classes at Texas Tech. There are some life lessons I don't want to repeat, and you may feel the same. And the way we can avoid repeating those lessons is learning from them. The motivational speaker, Dennis Waitley, said, "Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat." So first, I suggest you pause and reflect and learn. And don't be afraid to try something new, like giving a commencement address. When you learned to walk, you didn't do it on the first try. Nobody shamed you for not walking right away. In fact, most likely you were encouraged and cheered on for trying again and again. Hopefully you have others encouraging you today, but you can encourage and cheer yourself. As has been said, you're in charge of your own happiness. Set your sights on your own happiness, your own dreams, not someone else's idea of your happiness or dreams. Each one of us has the innate ability to make decisions that enhance our life. Some people refer to it as a gut feeling, or your inner voice, or your intuition. We all have that inner GPS. Look in the mirror. You can't lie to yourself looking into your own eyes. The example of others and the words of a mentor or spiritual leader can be impactful, even life-changing, but filter them through your inner GPS. So secondly, listen with your heart. Let it guide you. This year has been one of divisiveness, one more than anything I've ever seen, politically, relationally, culturally, and it seems that divisiveness is rooted in a lack of understanding or even the desire to understand. Stephen Covey said, "Seek first to understand, then to be understood." Politically, you may be red or blue, or maybe purple, a colorful mix of the two. I submit to you that if your first reaction to someone who differs from you politically, or racially or religiously for that matter, is to denigrate them or demonize them or to state that their world would be better if they changed, I assure you that the world won't get better. The Franciscan priest Richard Rohr refers to this as dualistic thinking. It's when I choose or prefer one side or perspective and call the other side wrong or untrue. Or it's the practice of comparative thinking which causes us to make assumptions about someone. You can tell by watching this that I am an older, white male, so that may set in motion certain assumptions you have about me. Let's add to those assumptions. I've achieved some degree of success professionally. I'm also Christian and heterosexual. Now, before you jump to too many conclusions, here are some other things. Fortunately, I grew up in a home where my parents generally sought to understand. Now, I'll be quick to say that every family is dysfunctional to some degree, and so was and is mine. But my folks modeled the idea of service and sought to learn from people different from us. I can have lunch with my cousin Carol, who is more a sister than a cousin, and my older son Grayson, and we represent the three monotheistic religions. Carol is Jewish, Grayson is Muslim, and I am Christian. And we get along, and we love and respect each other. Seems like the world could do the same. In the 1960s, when a young Dr. M.A.K. Lodi began teaching in the Texas Tech College of Engineering, his family and friends did not have a place to celebrate Eid, the feast that marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. So my parents opened our home so they could do so. Now, I don't believe you have to be Christian to exhibit Christ-like characteristics, but Christ was the model in our home, and opening our home to our Muslim friends was the Christ-like thing to do. The poet George Eliot said, "What do we live for if it is not to make life less difficult for each other?" To me, that doesn't just apply to folks who are like you, but also to folks who are not like you, and not just to folks that look or believe like you, but to those who are different from you. Inclusion and exclusion are both taught and learned characteristics. Let's choose what improves the world. So start by looking at yourself. Seek to understand. Now, as a financial planner, I can't pass up this chance to offer some advice to you. We often tell our clients to give away 10% of their income, save or invest 10%, and live and pay taxes with the other 80%. In today's consumer-driven world, that can be a challenge. But if you can live with those parameters, you'll experience the joy of giving that helps others, the satisfaction of providing for your needs and even some of your wants, and you'll never outlive your money. Since the inception of the nationally recognized personal financial planning program at Texas Tech, Bill Gustafson has been the spirit and heart of that program. He's often stated, financial planning is easy. If you don't like where you are financially, then either decrease your expenses or increase your income, or both. Now, I recognize that may be an oversimplification, but not much. So be a good steward of your financial resources. Save your money. My grandfather was a cotton farmer about 75 miles north of Lubbock near Tulia in Swisher County. Pappy's formal education ended in the 3rd or 4th grade. Like many families around 1910, he was needed to work in the fields. He was a tenant farmer for many years. My mom said they moved every year to wherever he could find work. He eventually was able to buy his own place. As teenagers, sometimes in the summer, we worked on the farm. Well, we called it work. I'm sure Pappy was hoping we didn't tear it up or break something or hurt him or ourselves. My Aunt Opal, who is 98 years young and our favorite World War II veteran, said he learned to read just enough to get by and to sign his name. She said that honor and integrity were hallmarks of his life. He didn't need a contract to transact his business because his word and his handshake were his bond. Now granted, a world without agreements and contracts isn't feasible. Besides, our tech law grads would be without jobs. But those documents don't mean much if they're not backed by honor-based actions. So I encourage you to strive to learn from your successes and failures. Strive for happiness. Strive for understanding. Strive to be a good steward. And strive for honor evermore. Long live the Matadors.
Thank you, Mark. It is my pleasure to introduce our student speakers. We asked these students what it meant to them to graduate from Texas Tech and to share those impressions with us. Our graduate speaker is Melinda Laurie Anderson Guerrero, graduating with a Doctor of Philosophy in Interior Environmental Design, and our undergraduate speaker is David Isaiah Rivero, graduating with a Bachelor of Business Administration in Finance with honors from the Honors College.
Hi, fellow Red Raiders. I'd like to congratulate you on the completion of your degree. Some of you may be able to relate to this, but when I was coming to Texas Tech, I felt like a non-traditional student. I was returning to academia after 13 years of working in the industry, and I would be studying, working, and raising a family simultaneously. But once I got to Texas Tech, I realized that graduate students come from all different backgrounds, cultures, and experiences. It made me question what really is a traditional student anymore. Texas Tech provides resources that makes it possible for graduate students of all different backgrounds, such as scholarships, fellowships, and other resources. I know I've benefited from the Urbanofsky Fellowship. I've also seen it impact research. I have been able to participate in the Coalition of Natural Learning, which is a multidisciplinary effort across campus. And I know there are many other efforts similar to it across campus. But I've been able to see researchers from various backgrounds and disciplines work together to conduct research. The biggest takeaway that I will bring with me from my doctoral studies is the beauty in connecting research and community outreach. I've been able to see empirical evidence be directly applied in the community and see how it positively impacts people. I am excited to see us spread throughout the world and impact it with our contributions, whether that's in research, working professionally, or community engagement. And remember, from here, it's possible.
Hey Red Raiders, my name is David Rivero. I'm a fellow graduate studying finance and political science from Lovington, New Mexico, and it's an honor to have the opportunity to share this milestone with my fellow December graduates. Yes, 2020 has been a year full of unprecedented crises, but to me, the year 2020 is the year of fearless champions. In the heat of challenge and adversity, we've conquered a lot more than expected, and as a society, we're really good at remembering the things that go wrong and not necessarily when we get it right. But if there's one thing I've learned from Ferris Bueller it's life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. 2020 gave us a chance to slow down our incredibly fast-paced lives, to reflect on the priorities that are important to each of us. I was asked what graduating from Texas Tech University means to me, and the remarkable aspect of graduating from this great university means very different things to each of us. But in the end, I think there are some aspects that are shared by all Red Raiders, and that's our love for our people and our shared experiences. Now you're probably thinking, well, David, you can find that at a lot of universities, and you're probably right. But over the years, we've come together to make Lubbock our home. I chose Texas Tech University because of the academic atmosphere that cultivates our curiosities, the diverse student body, its unique clubs and organizations, and our beautiful campus. And throughout my time as student body president, I had an opportunity to experience all of that and more. I got to learn from each of my classmates on what it means to be a Red Raider, and it's the little things that bring us together, the common experiences. Maybe it's the game days, hot or cold, rain or shine with fellow Red Raiders, the carol of lights, pictures with the wrapped Will Rogers statue, the Going Band, saddle tramps, hiding tortillas before coming into the Jones, joining one of our over 500 clubs and organizations, studying abroad, intramurals, penny pints, 2 a.m. late night runs to Sam's West, Whataburger, or Raider Burrito, trying to avoid parking services, being in the Honors College, that feeling of success after finally passing dynamics, thermo, bio with Dini, or financial statements with Mark Moore, to celebrating our peers' hard work and accomplishments like our national title-winning meat judging team, Palm Squad, and Chess Club, and sometimes maybe going a little overboard after a Final Four win. But it's definitely not having to act and pretend as if you're on the phone while you walk through the free speech area on SGA election days so you won't be bombarded with campaign information or the daily tech announcement emails. Now, it may seem like I named just a lot of random things, but in the end, it's each of these experiences that truly represent the full fabric of our university and the diversity of our over 40,000 person student body. We take care of one another and lift each other up. It's simply what we do. Professors become mentors, and strangers become allies. The people you meet along the way become lifelong friends. We fight in our own battles, but share in our collective victories. We know that you can't teach passion, but the culture and traditions tech has instilled in each of us are what makes us a community. A college degree represents years of hard work, many late nights, tremendous sacrifices, and a Chimmy's marg or two along the way. But more importantly, it's academic and personal growth. On the other hand, for the class of 2020, a college degree represents our ability to flourish even through life-changing adversities that were brought on by the pandemic. I've always been told, when you know who you are, you know what to do. In the class of 2020, we know who we are. We're Red Raiders. Each of us have our own individual experiences, but let us remember, as we enter into this new season of life, to strive to be a person of character, integrity, and always going that extra mile when needed, because that's what being a Red Raider is all about. To the administrators, faculty, and staff who have challenged us to lead, learn, and grow, thank you. And to our parents and family, we love you. To my family, this one's for you. As we end our ceremony and log off our computers, turn off our televisions, or travel back to our collective spaces, I implore each of us to revel in our success and accomplishments and truly take into account this momentous occasion. A virtual ceremony doesn't diminish the importance of our accomplishments. Rather, it makes it that much more unique and worthwhile. Wishing you and your family health and safety in the new year, remember to not only take care of your loved ones and those who are in your communities, but to also take care of yourself. Congratulations, class of 2020, and as always, Rackham Tech.
Thank you, Melinda and David. It is my pleasure to introduce the Provost of Texas Tech University, Dr. Michael Gallion.
Thank you, President Skubanek. Degrees are awarded to those who have successfully completed all requirements established by the university and the faculties of their colleges and department. President Skubanek, the candidates are recommended to you for the conferring of their respective degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of Texas Tech University, I confer upon each of you the degree for which the Provost has recommended you. You may now turn your tassels to the left. Also at this time, those who have the official Texas Tech Alumni Association class ring may turn their rings outward. Congratulations.
We will now proceed with the recognition of individual graduates.
Hello, I am David D. Perlmutter, Dean of your college for the last 7 years, and I want to congratulate you, not just for finishing your undergraduate degree in media and communication, but also for surviving, thriving, and triumphing. In the last couple of months, our hardworking, creative, and compassionate faculty and staff have transplanted more than 32,000 credit hours from regular terrestrial teaching to online, hybrid, and safe face-to-face in a matter of a few weeks. But this extraordinary achievement would not have been possible without your active engagement, understanding, compassion, and inventiveness. But what's more important for you to know is I think your future employers agree with me. Over the years, I have met thousands of employers in private industry, government, and nonprofits, and they always favor hiring young people who show promise of responsibility, maturity, self-reliance, and the ability to overcome challenges. Furthermore, while no profession is recession-proof, as a COMC college graduate, you have many advantages as you pursue your passions and talents. First, media and comm professions are everywhere. You will find them in every industry and every type of position. You are not dependent on the health of any one part of our economy. Today, all corporations, nonprofits, and government agencies need effective and inventive communicators. Next, COMC grads are flexible and agile. As you build your skill sets, you can shift your talents. The world will change, so will you, rapidly and with precision. In addition, you are the future. If there is one universal lesson from this crisis, indeed from all the crises we have faced this year, is that effective communication matters, not only to the survival of a company, but to the survival of our country and our planet. Finally, unlike any other major at your young age, you are recognized already as an expert in the types of revolutionizing media that are determining the future of everyone, and you will be respected for that. Remember, your portfolio will never be outdated. The world will always need creative, exciting, and persuasive storytellers. So go out and be proud of who you are, what you've accomplished, and what you will do. Thank you, and bless you all.
Now we proudly introduce the student speaker for the College of Media and Communication, Ms. Daisha Bowman.
Hello, my name is Daisha Bowman, and I'm honored to be speaking with you today. To graduate with a bachelor's degree from Texas Tech University means a great deal to us as students, but overall, it's a step to a brighter future. When I toured colleges during my junior year of high school, I was determined to find a university that best fit me. After visiting multiple campuses, I started to become discouraged that the right college did not exist. Then I visited Texas Tech University. When I walked into the College of Media and Communication carrying one of those red tour bags, the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Affairs, Dr. Todd Chambers, took time out of his very busy day to give me and my family a personal tour. Almost every student we passed, he knew their first name, involvement, and major. I had not experienced this sense of community at any other university. I was later introduced to a Dean Student Ambassador for the College of Media and Communication, where I heard firsthand her experience at Texas Tech University, as well as the other programs they offered. After seeing the time, dedication, and effort Texas Tech University puts into their students and their programs, I knew this was the right place for me. Throughout my time at Texas Tech University, I've had the honor and privilege of participating in various organizations that made me the proud Red Raider I am today. I am a 2-year Bullet Advertising member and the Dean Student Ambassador for the College of Media and Communication. I am also an active member of Texas Tech Ad Federation and a marketing intern at University Student Housing. Through these clubs, organizations, internships, and holding leadership roles, I was able to showcase what it truly meant to strive for honor. Every interaction I had with my 3.5 years has been incredible. I want to make sure I provide that same experience with everyone I encountered. I was able to represent our university with Red Raider pride during tours, national competitions, alumni engagements, and outreach events. My university involvement helped me create lifelong friendships, build relationships with professors, find my passion, and make countless memories. Reflecting on their time at Texas Tech, we as a student body have come a long way. Despite the challenges that we've faced this year, we have made it to graduation, which is a significant milestone. This pandemic has caused everyone to alter and adjust to an unfamiliar environment. Even though we were forced outside of our comfort zones, that did not stop us. We persevered and proved that we would finish strong in the face of adversity. Now, as graduates, we can take our next steps. We know the value of teamwork, leadership, and what it truly means to strive for honor. Now, I know when I see those hundreds of red tour bags, it means our family is only growing. From the first interaction I had with Texas Tech to speaking with you today, I knew that we were more than just a student body. I'm forever grateful and proud to say I am a graduate of Texas Tech University. My experience at Texas Tech is unmatched. I hope everyone leaves here today knowing they have another place to call home. I would like to close my speech with thanks. None of us would be here today without the help and support from friends, faculty, staff, and family. So thank you to everyone that's contributed to our journey. I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Bouchard, Dr. Chambers, Dr. Perlmutter, Emily Balke, and Julia Hurd. To save the best for last, I'd like to thank my parents for always pushing me to be the best version of myself. Without your guidance and sacrifice for my education, I would not be able to stand here today and present this speech. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2020. We made it.
We have some pretty special students at the College of Media and Communication. During your time in and outside the classroom,
you have been prepared with professional skills that will last a lifetime and developed abilities that help improve and contribute to an ever-changing society around you. We are proud of your grit and determination.
It's what makes you stand out from graduates at other universities. You've reached graduation, this incredible life milestone, amidst challenging times for the world.
And although you had no way of forecasting the changes that would happen during your final year, you adapted to them and overcame all of the challenges to be where you are today.
We are incredibly proud of your accomplishment, and we hope you feel the same way. You represent the best of what it means to be a Red Raider
and a member of the CMC family. You get things done. Congratulations to the College of Media and Communication class of December 2020.
Graduate degrees are conferred through the graduate school upon recommendation by the graduate faculty. We will begin by recognizing those who have achieved the highest academic designation, a doctoral degree. Following the recognition of our doctoral recipients, we will recognize those students who are receiving master's degrees.
Dr. Brian DeSante II, banner bearer for the graduate school. Dr. Joshua Amaro Dunn, Hooding Professor, Dr. Brian McLaughlin. Dr. Rosalind Ann Vasquez. Kelly Kathleen Burns. Lindsay Morgan Crowley Scott. Joseph R. Greiner. Mohammed Jaber M. Al-Tamim. Kayla Grudzelanek. Ariana Danielle Hernandez. Christina Lene Genet. Carly Jo Loftman. Clara Elizabeth McKinney. Reagan Brooke Milligan. Nydia Raylene Natividad. Randall Gage Nugent. Aluwabusayo Sayi Okulaye. Nina Beatrice Ontiveros. Karen Charlotte Priest. Gabrielle Elise Puente. Lane Michael Russell. Mariela Adriana Sanchez. Savannah Lee Schultz. Claire Elizabeth Smith. Keegan Hardy Stewart. Shibo Wang. Curry Q. Wilson. Jessica Allegra Zapata. Lena Rose Betts. Dwayne Vincent Bavona, Amanda Sarah Bowman, Stephen Luha Chang, Sherelle Ellen Cordes, Emily Nicole Crittenden, Shelby Danae Dryden, Taylor Rose Edwards, Sarah Elsa Gonzalez, Glenn Andrew Haas, Kaylin Grace Henderson, Claudia V. Lemus Campos, Kylie Ann Lloyd, Tanner Lee Robinson, Brianna Opal Rooks, Susan Carter Scott, Elizabeth Shea, Farouk Brian Simmons, Haley Ann Strand, Kathleen Denise Thomas, Annabella Noor Torkman, Reina Isabella Vasquez, Pablo Roberto Victor, Claudine L. Williams, Lara Alyssa Zamora.
We will now recognize the graduates receiving the baccalaureate degree in the College of Media and Communication.
Sadie Rose French, summa cum laude, and banner bearer for the College of Media and Communication. Adon Gabriel Avila, Jacob Henry Backert, magna cum laude. Cody Austin Anthony Barkalow, Travis B. Barker, Deja Javon Bowman, Ajaya Jamal Burleson, Sophia Carolina Canales, Whitney Kent Churchill, Chelsea Renee Cole, Dorella DeCage, Killian O'Neill Ellis, Chadwick Lane Federson, Addison Marie Ferrulo, summa cum laude, Emma J. Frampton, cum laude, Maria Isabella Garcia, magna cum laude, Jaden Daniel Garza, Jacob Alviar Gerling, magna cum laude, Haley Christine Goodman Lawson, magna cum laude, Mackenzie Griffin Wallace, magna cum laude, Max West Spilsbury Gus, summa cum laude, Stephanie Marie Gutierrez, Connor Stewart Jackson, Kristen Michelle King, Mildred Duranza Lopez Salazar, Julia Raquel Mata, Rory James McGowan, Casey Carmen Monteith, magna cum laude, Miranda Sherwood Montwell, Alyssa B. Moreno, cum laude, Madeline Nutt, magna cum laude, Alexandra Grace Patty, Elaine Catherine Roberson, cum laude, Scott James Sadler, Megan Nicole Scully, Pete Santana Sosa, Alexandra Jessie Stricker, Chandler Reese Swanner, Trevor Marcus Thielander, McKenna Lee Thompson, magna cum laude, Alicia Michaela Turton, summa cum laude, Annalise Claire Vodder, Miguel Vasquez, Logan Matthew Vitella, Haley K. Wallace, summa cum laude, Fahim Issa Weber, magna cum laude, Brenna Lee Williams Abels, Landon Addison, magna cum laude. Sadie Jo Alexander. Chloe Michaela Bowden, magna cum laude. Abigail Barunda, cum laude. Brianna Lynn Bradshaw. Tristan Richard Butcher. Jeremy A. Cohen. Bailey Ray Cross, summa cum laude. William Braddock Dawson. Colby Ryan Donnell, magna cum laude. Matthew D. Gideon. Madeline Paige Gorell, DeWitt Berhani Halley. Elliot Thomas Hell. Haley B. Hall. Landry McClellan Harris. Connor James Hess. Preston Chibukum Ibanimi. James Earl Jensen, summa cum laude. Robert Parker Killian. Grant Thomas Langford. Clarissa M. Lloyd, cum laude. Alicia Liliana Martinez. Hannah Grace McReynolds. Austin Jason Meek. Morgan Saren Mendez. Madison Shea Merrick. Devry Lane Orlagio. Parker A. Pinnell, magna cum laude. Lauren Myra Powers, summa cum laude. Jessica Marie Ramos. Alexander James Robinson. Darius Rogers. Christopher Charles Starnes, magna cum laude. Westlyn Marie Urquhart. Lexi Michelle Warden. Destiny Mia Williams. Jeffrey Farron Williams, magna cum laude. Matthew C. Woolsey. Mia Daniela Ibarra, magna cum laude. Bobby C. Arnett. Randall McCoy Bilbrey. Nicholas Christopher Boucher. Emma Corinne Burleson, magna cum laude. David Allen Burris Jr. Taylor Ann Cordova, cum laude. Ryan Kramer. Kirsten Brenna Curtis. Madeline Grace Diffie. Lacey Michelle Donnell, summa cum laude. Tanner Bo Fowler. Jessica Michelle Fuentes. Bradley Noel Garcia, cum laude. Austin Rain Gunnerson. Ryan Max Heller. Alexandra Nicole Humphreys. Reese Bradley Jackson. Eli Gabriel Jimenez, cum laude. Rebecca Lee Latham. Ashley Nia Lewis. James Daniel Loss. Kyle Matthew Nichols. Tara Itie Okapai. Prince Kwaku Osu Uboa. John Tanner Panagopoulos. Maria Pedraza. Sierra Taylor Perazzi. Harrison Austin Roberts. Robin Leslie Rush. Lizeth Salvador. Samantha Elizabeth Seaworth. Eliana Alexis Stern. Haley Lynn Stukreth. Jarrett Trey Templeton, magna cum laude. Kenny Tin Tran, summa cum laude. Lexi Peyton Sills. Darius Clemon Edwards. Reese Evan Nations. Karina Isabel Negrete. Aiden Javier Rubio, summa cum laude. Madison Grace Shribner. Riley Don Soaps, magna cum laude. Tristini Noel Tomlinson. William Emmanuel Love Watson, cum laude. Inaya Diane Bolton. Sean Robert Kane. Jared Castellano. Emily Claire Chasson, magna cum laude. James D. Chestnut. Frederick Miles Collins. Charles Andrew Finnegan. Travis Cole Forster. Felipe Raimundo Garcia. Jose Valdir Jimenez Fajardo. Blake Carson Smallwood. Troy D. Sovereign. Reagan Warren. Swade Lee West. Jake Ryan Anderson. Shane Austin Barnett. Ethan Taylor Bell. Matthew Hunter Carpenter. Matthew Benjamin Chomness. Jeremy Scott Chesser. Catherine Lauren Cooper, cum laude. Austin Michael Crafts. Shelby Joy Denman. Caitlin Nicole Dunlap, cum laude. Shelton Kyle Dunn. Caitlin Jane Uhlenfeld. Morgan Nicole Festa, cum laude. Preston Wade Gilmore. Eduardo Enrique Gomez Grimaldo. Jaden Jean Hasbrook. James Wesley Holderman. Sarah Elizabeth Hopkins, cum laude. Max Jeffries Jacoby. Michael Anthony Johnson. Lauren Grace King, magna cum laude. Shelby Lynn Litzkow. Elizabeth Martinez. Shayla Rose Marvin, magna cum laude. Michaela Nicole Maxey, magna cum laude. Allison Ann Naughton. Mackenzie Ann O'Connell. Ariana Aaliyah Peters. Amber Chanel Sample, cum laude. Alexandria Jane Shallow, cum laude. Giovanna G. Sutton, cum laude. Ann Carol Swartz. Courtney Lynn Villanueva. Tanner Wayne Walters. Rachel E. Warman, summa cum laude. Carly Megan Woods. Marissa Annalise Yanez, magna cum laude. Tatum Leanne Young, magna cum laude. Abraham Garcia. Ethan L. Ruiz, cum laude. Isaac Martinez Trejos.
Congratulations to all graduates. In addition, in an effort to keep all of you connected, each undergraduate will receive a complimentary one-year membership to the Texas Tech University Alumni Association, made possible by the Office of the President, and a one-year membership to the Red Raider Club, made possible by a generous gift from George and Linda McMahon.
It all began with the first loud and proud graduates of Texas Tech. Those dreamers and trailblazers had a vision to create an organization that would serve as a connection for alumni to one another and to the school they loved so dearly. A vision to give back by supporting the next generation and help the university continue to grow and strive. That vision for the Texas Tech Alumni Association has never changed. We represent more than 200,000 alumni across the world. No matter what you do or where your life takes you, you're part of the loud and proud alumni of Texas Tech. You're one of us.
Texas Tech can start packing for Omaha. What an atmosphere here in Lubbock. The final regular season Saturday in the Big 12, and a lot still on the line. In 2 straight years, it's going to be a fun night here in the Hub City for the boys in the black and red.
The Alumni Association extends congratulations to each of the December 2020 graduates. You are encouraged to maintain contact with Texas Tech University through your Alumni Association. The association is particularly pleased to honor the undergraduate students ranking highest academically in each college and will recognize this accomplishment with a plaque mailed to each of the highest ranking students. Please join me in congratulating these honor students.
Graduates, as we come to the end of this commencement exercise, I appreciate the opportunity to again offer my personal congratulations. The entire Texas Tech University community is proud of you, just as are your parents, loved ones, and friends. And I know you join with me in acknowledging and thanking family and loved ones, as well as faculty and staff, for all they have done to help you to get to this important point in your life. You've changed and you've grown during your time at Texas Tech, but you've also made a difference in our university. You've impacted the lives of your classmates, some of whom will be among your best friends for the rest of your life. Your personal success and achievements have and will continue to elevate the reputation of our university. With your talents, your Texas Tech education, and the persistence you've displayed, you are well positioned to succeed. But your ultimate success in life is not determined by what you know today, but rather what you continue to learn and how you continue to grow personally and professionally. Be a lifelong learner. Nurture your intellectual curiosity. Be committed to your family, to your friends, to your community, and to causes that make a difference in this world. You reveal your Red Raider character from the commitments you make. Strive for honor evermore. That is an essential part of what Texas Tech is about. Because you are Red Raiders, there's an expectation you'll change the world for the better. I know that you will add to the legacy of our university. Remember that you will forever be a member of the Texas Tech family, a family that is built on close personal relationships, common experiences, and a love and a passion for a place where you spent some of the most defining years of your lives. Friendships made here will always be a part of your life. Stay connected to Texas Tech. Return to campus when you can, and tell the world with pride that you are a Red Raider. To the class of December 2020, I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes, and always, go Tech. And now the Matador song will be sung by Mr. Jeremy Brown, who is receiving a Bachelor of Music degree.
Fight, matadors, for Tech. Songs of love we sing to thee. Bear our banners far and wide, ever to be our pride. Fearless champions ever be. Stand on heights of victory, strive for